This is an introductory video before we begin lesson 31, and this introductory video basically is going to go over what protractors are and what they can do for us with regard to measuring angles in math. So the reason that we use protractors, which is this tool in front of me, is to actually measure angles. And why would we want to measure angles? Well, to be quite honest, there are some professions that require people to measure angles quite often. For example, engineers, pilots, architects, city planners, doctors, and so many other professions actually require people to know how to measure angles and make calculations based on those angle measurements. So a protractor is a tool that we're going to use, and the ones that you guys might have at home are probably clear, and that is my recommendation. Those are the easiest to use, but this is the only one that I had in my home, so I'm having to teach using this one. Now, what we see when we look at a protractor is we see that there are numbers on the outside of the protractor, and they measure from all the way to the left from 0, and if we go around to the right, they measure 180. And then there's a set of numbers on the inside of the protractor as well. And mine begins, actually, this would be 15, where I can see the inside number, and it goes all the way over here to 165. Now, I'm going to teach you when to use actually the outside or the inside numbers. And this is very simple. So when you have an angle, well, let's draw this angle out right here, and I have to draw it big simply because my protractor is not see-through. When we have an angle, we use a protractor to determine what this measurement of the angle is. And the way we do that, we know that this point where the two rays, these are two rays, the point where these two rays meet is called the vertex. So what I would do then is I would put the point or the vertex in this middle right here, and I would make sure that the line is on line with this 180 degree, or my first slash mark right here. Now, anytime an angle opens on the right hand side, we are going to use the inside numbers. So the inside numbers of our protractor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way to this point right here where my other ray is coming out. I know that this 180 stands for 180 or 0 when I'm on this side. And when I look at the measurement over here on the inside, I see it's 50 and 51. It's about at the 51. So this measurement is 51 degrees. This angle is 51 degrees. Now, if my angle was to the left or open to the left, as I'm going to draw an angle here for us to see, and I'm going to make it kind of, let's go right here. So the way that I would then use my protractor is, again, I'm going to put my dot on the vertex right here, but I have to line up this portion, I have to line up this 0 right here on the left, and because I am open to the left, I now use the outside measurements of the protractor, and I can see that the measurement of this angle is 65 degrees. So it would be inaccurate to use the inside because it would give us a measurement of 115 degrees, and that is the measurement of an obtuse angle, not an acute angle. And I know that this is an acute angle because it is smaller than 90 degrees or narrower than 90 degrees. And again, so when it's open to the left, we use outside numbers. And again, this one was 65 degrees. Okay, now a couple of other things that I wanted to show you about protractors, again, is the measurement. So they measure 180 degrees, and this is simply because it is half of a circle. A full circle, if I were to draw this protractor or outline it and flip it, this would give me a full circle, which measures 360 degrees, which is 2 half circles. Whoops, and I kind of moved a little bit there, but just to give you a visual. So a full circle measures 360 degrees. And from one of our other lessons, we did learn, and I can kind of separate this circle going vertically or going horizontally, but the important thing is to know that a straight line, which is the measurement from this end to this end of my protractor, is 180 degrees. So all straight lines are the measurement of 180 degrees. And that covers a little bit of information about protractors that we're going to be using in lesson 31 and lesson 32.